Let's talk about way back when North America was actually split into two distinct separate land masses. All the way back in the Mesozoic era, around 252 to 66 million years ago, North America was actually split into two separate areas, the Laramidian side and the Appalachian side. It was split right down the middle by what is called the Western Interior Seaway, splitting the continent into two, like I said a couple times. Over here we have the western side, which is composed of some areas of Alaska, British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, California, and some areas of Mexico like Baja California. The Western Interior Seaway is covering quite a lot of the middle parts, including Alberta, parts of Saskatchewan, down through the states in like Utah, Arizona, some parts of Texas, and then we have Appalachia, named after the Appalachian Mountains, which are still standing, you can see right over there. Appalachia consisted of pretty much what is now modern Appalachia, including like Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, all of those other places. I'm not that great with American geography. Now, the geology and geography and landscape and environment of these two land masses were very, very different from modern North American land masses. There were quite a lot of the iconic Mesozoic dinosaurs found there, and since the Mesozoic spans quite a large amount of time, including the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods, there were so many dinosaurs. Now, what's interesting is we know far more about the Laramidian dinosaurs than we do the Appalachian. This is for a couple different reasons. Appalachian paleontology in general is just very understudied. There's a lot of fossils found there that are just kind of left in storage and not looked at. However, additionally, the Laramidian's western side just has a lot more preserved fossils, because it's kind of stated that the Appalachian fossil beds, a lot of them were destroyed or buried ridiculously far down during the Ice Age, during the Pleistocene era, which somehow affected the fossil bed, so there's just a lot less recoverable and studyable fossils found there. However, on the Laramidian side, we get a lot of the iconic ones, including tyrannosaurs, ankylosaurs. We also get the iconic Albertosaurus, which, despite a lot of Alberta being underwater, was still found there. We get the hadrosaurs, or the duck-billed dinosaurs. Now, much of the same types of dinosaurs were also found in Appalachia. However, since they were separated by a very large seaway, they did evolve differently and were pretty much entirely different species of the same iconic dinosaurs found on either side of North America. Some of the most common and widespread dinosaurs of Appalachia during that time were the hadrosaurs, or again the duck-billed dinosaurs. But conditions and evolutionary pressures and everything were very different between the two sides of North America, so they did evolve quite differently. Now, it is quite a shame that the Appalachian fossils are so understudied, and also that there's quite a lack of them. Now, it is a shame that the Appalachian fossil beds are so understudied and underrepresented, but hopefully interest in the Appalachian side will pick up and there will be more funding for more research for people to look more in depth into these fossils. Because while the Laramidian side is quite well represented, the Appalachian side is understudied, and that is a shame.